this camera has a delay. Alrighty, guys. We have turned around and we're headed back. You see all this snow? We didn't quite make it to the ski resort. It was a few more miles down the road. But it has gotten very, very, very cold. I'm guessing you can probably guess by all the snow that I'm surrounded by that it's a little bit cooler here than it was further down the mountain, right? And that water, when the sun goes down, I have a feeling it's all going to freeze back over into ice. Now, this looks like a wonderful time. You would think people in Arizona didn't see snow as much, but they're up here sledding and having snowball fights, and he threw a snowball at me and having good times. I got a downshift. Got to pay attention to what I'm doing every now and then. You get away from me, you dirty bike rider. I don't know who he thinks he is. But this has been a very enjoyable day. We're just getting cool, so we're going to head back. And like at 5, somewhere around 5, between 5 and 6, the sun goes down. Yesterday we noticed that's when it really cools down here anyway. So we'll want to be back before then, just so we don't get too chilled, because getting that chilled is no fun either. Excuse me. My nose is cold up here. And you know what? I was just cussing that rider to get away from me. I didn't have my camera turned on because we were on the interstate. When we were in Miami last week, elevation 8,000 feet. When we were in Miami last week, this guy rode beside me for a couple minutes. Now, he was on, was it a Ninja? He was on something fast. He was not riding beside me because, you know, he couldn't go no faster. He motioned us around and he let us in and stuff, and then he rode beside me, and he was looking at me or the bike or both of us, because actually his bike looked like a bigger, faster version of mine. I mean, it obviously wasn't a Grom, but it still looked like a bigger, faster version of mine. But I'm not for sure how I felt about him riding beside me, because I don't stay in exactly the same lane position all the time, because I'm wild and crazy. And I went around him, but I didn't actually go around him, because he didn't keep up with me, obviously. And then he was just hanging out beside me. What is like the etiquette on that? That's kind of weird. I mean, I'm sure he had to know that the two of us were together. But you know, in Florida, they actually, most people liked our bikes. We went over to it's a truck stop, but right beside of it is a bar, and they have like bike night and stuff. And there were all sorts of Harleys there with a different, what are they called? Fairings? I was going to say fawnings. Different fairings and all sorts of stuff there. So, you know, they were all nice bikes. A lot of them looked good. And people kept coming over and looking at his. Now, can you believe they weren't checking out my Grom? No, they weren't checking out my Grom there. But they were checking out his. For some reason, well, I guess because it's nice, obviously. But everybody likes the Rebel for a big bike. But anyway, I just didn't know what the etiquette on that is. And we have seen a lot of motorcycles out here. I don't know if I recorded any driving by with y'all on? Probably not up this high, because it's freaking cold. I don't want to be up this high. I shouldn't say I don't want to be up this high. I'm up this high because I drove up this high. You see all that? See all that snow? But it's time to go back down now, because once the sun goes down, it's going to be super, super cold. And even though it's warm here in the southern part of the states, it's still, once the sun goes down, it'll get down cooler. And actually, at night, it's been in the 30s, 32, 40, something like that range here. So we need to get back and take the babies out anyway. We actually ain't been gone but maybe 2 hours. So, I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, they've been by themselves forever. But they probably think that we've been gone for 2 years because we're packing. We're never supposed to be apart. Y'all, I have made so many videos today. I have nothing left to talk about. Literally nothing left to talk about. But I feel like if I don't record, look at this. Look at this. I feel like if I don't record this, then I'm doing you a disservice. It's just freaking gorgeous. And I wonder wonder if you'll forgive me if I just ramble. I bet you will, because I ramble a lot anyway about nothing when I start talking. Because, I mean, look at that. It's like I'm riding off into the sky. How can you not just look at this? I said I would feel bad if I didn't at least attempt to share it with you guys. This is still Mount Lemmon, and we stopped a minute ago to warm up because we are in the cold part, and we were still, I just thought we were closer. We were still like 7 miles from the ski resort. So I think we talked about what we're going to do, because this is their winter, so it is colder up here, right? So I think what we're going to do is come summertime, we may or may not get over here, but if we get over here in the summer, and we're, hold on, this is, excuse me, I'm fogging up my helmet when I cough. If we get over here in the summertime, what we may do is go ahead and ride up here, because on the bottom it'll be really hot, but up here, y'all, can you see the bumping on there? There we go. Up here it will be more temperate. It'll be a little bit cooler because it's the top of a mountain with a lot of elevation. So hopefully when it's 100 and down there, you know, it'll be 80 or 70 up here, and it'll feel nice. I might still have to wear my leather vest up here actually, and then we can maybe go all the way through. We didn't make it a long ways through. There's still a whole big long section of road all through the mountains that we didn't get to. But I'm not even mad. We've been riding for like an hour and a half, and I had a wonderful day. And y'all, seeing these views, can you believe it? I said, I mean, I didn't, when I was in Pittsburgh and we went to that park right there that was like in town by the airport, I was like, you know, I didn't expect that. And I really like finding stuff I don't expect, because from a trucker's perspective, I mean, I'm on the interstates, right? Oh, look, you drive through Arizona. It's a desert. There's certain places that are a little greener than others, and you get your shrub brush and whatnot. Lots of rocks and whatever. But then you end up somewhere like this. And it really is just beautiful. I was up there just a minute ago. You see that? I took a picture there. Oh, that would have been a good picture too. I'm going to wait till I get to a little bit warmer. It actually is getting warmer now. I guess we're still going down. That's why it's getting warmer. There's still snow down there, but it is a little warmer than it was. When we get back down, maybe we'll stop and get some pictures by the cactuses. Because, you know, I said I've done all sorts of talkie talks, but I feel like this is just so gorgeous to not show you. And every time I turn the camera off, it's like, oh, that's gorgeous. And, you know, then the camera's off. So I said I'm easily amused, but I just think it's gorgeous. And I think that I'm very fortunate to be able to go to places that you think you know and find these little gems. And you find these gems. Apparently this is a fairly well-known mountain. But also, when you ask people, we just ask people, like where we delivered at, we just asked them, hey, and obviously they see our bikes on the truck, and a lot of them ask about the Grom, because it is not as common as the bigger bikes. You know, everybody's seen a bigger bike, but the Grom's a little bitty baby bike. My baby Grom, right? Yeah. And we asked them about riding, and we've actually had several people. Now, the last time we were here, I think we just picked up or delivered and picked up the same day, or delivered one day and picked up the next. So we didn't have a lot of time. If we don't have much time, we just tend to our business, do our grocery shopping, you know, housekeeping type stuff, and go on. But we've had all weekend today, so here we are all weekend today. Well, I guess we didn't have all weekend in one day, but you know, when we go riding, we've both talked about it and made the comment before. Once we go out, we're going to be out. It was an hour and a half up here. That rock sure looks like it could fall over. Once we get back to the house and everything, it seems like 2 days almost. And it seems like it's literally a mini vacation from work. And I know that probably sounds silly to some people, but I mean, I guess if you get it, you get it, right? We're we still spend the night in the truck. It's not like we're even staying in a motel or whatever. We still spend the night in the truck, so us in the little fur baby dog buttholes. But just being out here 2 or 3 hours, and for him it helps him sleep because, I don't know, it wears him out, it clears your head. I mean, you might drive in a truck and chit-chat or get mad or whatever, but out here it's like, if you're out here on a motorcycle and you're mad, I don't know what you're doing, or you're doing something wrong. Or you ain't rode enough and you started out mad and you just ain't got happy yet because you ain't rode enough. Because I just don't know how you can't love it, you know? It's just beautiful. Okay, guys, I've probably babbled for at least 10 minutes. I don't want to make a video that goes for hours because y'all will get bored of listening to me. Remember, do something today, like ride up a mountain, that your future self